I just kind of noticed that when Aerosmith made their big comeback in the 1990s, a cause other than possibly the Alicia Silverstone factor was they started doing the chorus first in their songs an awful lot, the hits especially, like Jamie's Got a Gun, Love in an Elevator, Dude Looks Like a Lady. But they had a few before, like Sweet Emotion, Ragdoll, and Back in the Saddle, but it became a very common thing. And sometimes you think, what's the rest of the song even? You remember the titles and the chorus first. So that got me wondering if other bands had done that. Had never occurred to me before. But so of course I went to the Beatles first, and I'd say about 10% of their songs start with the chorus. She Loves You, A Hard Day's Night, Help, Nowhere Man, Strawberry Fields Forever, Eleanor Rigby, Hello Goodbye, Don't Let Me Down, Love Me Do, Can't Buy Me Love, Oh Darling, All You Need Is Love, Getting Better, It Won't Be Long, Paperback Writer, and there may be more. That's just what I can think of. So to my surprise, the only Stone songs I could even think of were Have You Seen Your Mother Baby Standing in the Shadows, and You Can't Always Get What You Want. But even that one just has a choir, a cappella, singing it. So they weren't real big on that, and they had plenty of hits. So anyway, something to think about if you're writing. Maybe even if you've written the verses first, switch it around, see if a chorus first works. I noticed a few of mine, I did that, and it was not intentional. It just happened to be written that way. I might go through some of the existing songs and see if they might benefit from that switcheroo. So try writing with a chorus first sometime. All right, I've never done a piece about an individual musician before, but this one's kind of extraordinary. Nicky Hopkins is possibly, along with Rick Wakeman, the most recorded piano session man on the planet. He's not with us anymore, but Rick is. Anyway, I decided to do this because I only this year found out that Nicky played the piano on my favorite Kinks song, Sunny Afternoon. And I also remembered that he'd played with the Jefferson Airplane at Woodstock, even though he wasn't a member of the band, but he was all over my favorite album of theirs, Volunteers, that came out the same year in 1969. So then he was also an actual full member of the original Jeff Beck group. Whew, that's something. So he's got credentials beyond belief, but then did a little research and found that he's played on records by the Beatles. That's him doing the solo in the rock version of Revolution, One Take. And he was also played some stuff with the Stones, quite a bit of good stuff. He played with the Who, some things on Who's Next, in fact. All the individual Beatles on their solo albums, every one of them. The Hollies, Carly Simon, Harry Nilsson, Joe Walsh, Peter Frampton, Joe Cocker, Badfinger. That's him on the Ivies, Maybe Tomorrow, in fact. So he was there from the beginning. Whew. Donovan, Jerry Garcia, Steve Miller. He turned down the offer to join Led Zeppelin that John Paul Jones took up. He was actually a full member of Quicksilver Messenger Service, but he also played with Cat Stevens, as did Rick Wakeman, and Gene Clark, of all things, from the Byrds. But I never saw him in concert, even though I saw Jeff Beck group, but it was a later version. So he wasn't in good health, so he didn't tour much, and he only lived to 50, which is, he's been gone 31 years now. But he played on Dandelion by the Rolling Stones, She's a Rainbow, Gimme Shelter, Angie, Waiting on a Friend, so he was there. And Carly Simon's No Secrets, he was on Harry's Son of Schmilson album. So I thought somebody you could look into if you're into piano music. And I just love the music he made, even though I'm not a piano person. So have a look and listen at Nicky Hopkins. Start with the Volunteers Jefferson Airplane album. Some excellent work there.